guys have like milestones and stuff? Those of you who are working on the 100 days challenge or your own comics, when you're working on a long form comic, do you find that you have like different milestones that you kind of reach where you feel kind of reinvigorated? Because for me, actually, just kind of reaching the milestone of working on this last page of this last chapter, I gotta kind of celebrate it, because I feel like if I don't celebrate the little victories, it's gonna be really hard to enjoy the process of making this thing. Because comics can sometimes be like a thankless, crazy long process, and it's a big commitment to kind of make them. So it's kind of, I don't know, for me, I'm going to take some joy in it and take some encouragement and in the fact that I'm this far along and kind of getting it completed.
It is day 85 of the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. I am Joshua Kemble, and today I'm going to take on the challenge by basically doing photo reference and gathering photo reference for the next page of quarterly stories, which I'm pretty excited about. So I'm gonna basically work on that for about 30 minutes. And let me explain what the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge is. It's where you're supposed to spend 30 minutes a day for 100 days consecutively working on your own personal comic project. I'm on the latter half of it. Yesterday I actually did my 30 minutes while working on Artcasters and talking to an old acquaintance slash friend of mine, David Chelsea, and he's also somebody I'm a huge fan of, and I was really stoked that he was willing to go on Artcasters. He had written some books on perspective that are probably some of the best books on perspective I've ever really seen. And also I became familiar with his work from an autobiographical graphic novel that he did called David Chelsea in Love. And so it was cool and kind of an honor to be able to have him on. And it's always fun to talk to David. I used to know him in Portland, and I used to hang out and do drawing sessions and stuff with him, and even was fortunate enough to do a 24-hour comic with him. And he's just kind of a prolific, amazing guy. So if you haven't checked that out yet, check out my day 84, which would just be the Artcasters with David Chelsea. That's on my feed before this video, after this video's done. But that was yesterday. It is really late tonight. I had a really long week and chose to take a really quick power nap when I got home, and now it is the wee hours of the night, and I am going to get my 30 minutes in. So let me go do that now, and then I will follow up with you guys once I've completed it.
Okay, so I'm pretty much done with my photo references, so now let me just show you what I got. So here's my rough photo references, and now I should be ready to go to pencil. I used a little bit of images from stock photos, and then I'm going to basically change some of the details and stuff as I draw it so it looks more like the actual pugs in the story, because it's based on pugs I actually owned, and so I really want them to look like this one here is a much older dog, and there's a whole sequence in Quarterly Stories that's talking about him, but it's good enough as a basis to kind of basically make the work off of. And then that's a 3D model. I've gathered my references. I like using reference in my art because it helps me get more accurate, and like honestly anything that's gonna help me be more accurate and more dead on and cut time out of the process is a good thing. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna basically clock out. Got my 30 minutes in, actually a little over 30 minutes to kind of get it the way I want it to look. thanks to those of you who've subscribed, liked, shared, and commented on these videos. It means a lot. I've just been kind of thinking a lot about this comic and about kind of the ways that I want to market it as I get closer and closer to finished. This will be the last page of this chapter, and I'm actually really excited about that. But it's kind of weird because it's also like this scary territory of having to write like the next chapter, but I'm also really excited about it because I'm gonna hopefully include another style shift. That's kind of what I have mapped out, so we'll see how it goes. The writing process can be kind of tough, but let's work on this last page of the chapter. Maybe I can finish the chapter before the challenge is over. That would be really cool if I could actually get that chapter knocked out before the 100 days. I'd be pretty excited.